All right. Welcome in, everybody, to everyone's, I guess, second favorite day for Daily Bread because the Saturday episodes, we always go nuts when it's not football season. But the Friday ones, let's see how quickly we get loose and wild because the Dubs are the champions. There will be no game seven. So everyone who has thought they had to work it, you can now get drunk on Father's Day if you're a dad. But as usual, the show is powered and sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking them out for them weekend package and that package that runs until the NFL season starts. As usual, we're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Give us that like and retweet there and follow if you already aren't. If you're commenting there, we'll shout you out. StreamYard and Twitter still hate each other. It's been fucking forever, but you already know YouTube is the number one spot to be. Like Dan DeWitt screenshots yesterday. Screenshot the stuff of what you're dropping when you're right. If you're wrong, come talk your shit. You already know the chat is the best. Let's secure that extra weekend bankroll. But Sosa, how you doing today? Because I know you're happy. I'm happy the Dubs won. Nothing's better than the Celtics
I
losing.
feel, I feel fucking amazing, man. What do you mean? I feel like I'm on top of the world looking down on creation. Like God Himself has blessed me to be right again. You know what I'm saying? Um, really not too much to say. I mean, at Golden State in six, they won in six. They should have won in five. They played with their food in game one. Uh, that's it is what it is. The Warriors were the better team. They executed at a higher level. They frustrated a young Boston team that doesn't have a real point guard. I know everyone is looking at me saying that I'm um so it's just it is what it is. Um like we I knew what was going to happen. I tried to tell y'all what would happen. Um but there's nothing wrong with this Boston team. Like I'm not gonna come out here and say they lost to a superior, much more experienced, much more cohesive unit. Um, I do believe that Boston will be good for years to come. I think they're in very good shape based on what they have at their immediate disposal. And I said, I think they'll be very good for years to come. Um,
Just no
like
depth whatsoever. Seems
you
like
know,
they almost have that starting. They have that core built there. Take it on the shoulder and go on just because
they need a point
after
guard.
you come out with that rocket start, even though you have to go to the bench, and Ime did do a rotation, tried to be the smartest man in the building, didn't work out for them because you just can't give up a 20 to nothing run just because you sub.
They
It's
need a
really
point.
all it was. No
They
one
need
on
a
the
point guard.
Celtics wanted the ball in their hands at that point to finish it at that point. The Warriors are getting layups left and right, and you can go back to the easy narrative of the Celtics turnovers, where if they get more than 15, they lose. I mean, you could see early when the shots weren't falling, that ball was going off their foot, and they just weren't ready for the moment. Easiest way to put it.
Absolutely. And again, man, it's no knock to what we're seeing. These guys are 24, 25 years old. You look at the history of the league, people don't usually win until they're about 27, 28. Growing pains are part of the game. Okay. Only Kobe and Steph Curry won early. Let's be honest. Let's be honest
Um,
here.
Once they fired Mark Jackson, they started
I
winning.
mean, either way, like that doesn't negate what I just said. I'm not gonna throw Mark Jackson on the bus. Should have never been fired, in my opinion. But the game is the game. You can't
How's it?
make
How do you think he feels calling for Warriors championships after he was kind of there and just got that foundation there?
I mean, I wouldn't feel particularly great, but again, I'm not. If I were him, I wouldn't necessarily be sick about it. Again, sometimes you need a different voice. You need a different guy running the show, and that kind of showed through, I guess, for yes, Kobe did win at 24, bro. What the fuck are you saying? You hating ass hater. Yeah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count, bro. Doesn't count. Like, stop it. I'm nah,
The
but
last thing we got to talk about before we get into today's bets, because it is Friday, where Mo's he's poking the bear, trying to get us off. What about Clay just throwing Triple J slander?
Hey man, listen, the rules are the rules. When you win, you can say whatever you want. You can talk all the shit you want. You can say whatever you'd like.
Yeah, having the
Those
Larry
are the
O'Brien
rules.
trophy next to you does help whatever you say. But that was pretty funny and shit.
Those are the rules, okay? Those are the rules. You win, you can say whatever you want.
Called him a bum.
He really did. He also said, "Hold that," which is like my favorite basketball line ever. Hold that. It's like, yeah. Um,
Yeah, Clay, he didn't show up last night. That was the biggest thing. Game 6, Clay was a no-show, 12 points. It was really the Draymond show, but the pool microwave of 11 was the biggest thing that happened, and you're spot on it because you're teasing around saying he was going to get 3. I said he was going to hit 1. Banked the first one in. Once you bank the first one in, you know the next 3 are coming flying.
oh yeah, he was letting it fly. And again, this Warriors team is built, man. They got the core, but they're only going to get better. They're only going to get better based on these young guys that they got. You know, like Jordan Poole is going to be great in that system in the event that he stays. If he leaves, maybe. But again, at the end of the day, um, just give credit to a dynastic run. 6 finals in 8 years. The only time they didn't reach the mountaintop is when they weren't healthy. So, like, people can say whatever they want. The facts are the facts. This Golden State team is one of the greatest we've seen. The cores are one of the greatest. You got Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green, a second round pick, who have all been parts of this run.
So let's the small forwards that have now won with it. You had Harrison Barnes, Kevin Durant, and Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah. Again,
Like
man,
they just need a competent fourth right there with them, and they can get through it. Last thing we'll talk about in the series, then we'll get to the bets. Actually, this could be a quick one. Glove Jr., Glove 2. Is he really going to be that filthy on defense, or is Boston just that careless? Because you saw him when he was getting on the one-on-one situations, or if anyone tried to drive in traffic, he has his dad's pick. It is unreal watching that.
Listen, shout out to him, man. 29 years old, was ready to pack it up and be a video guy for the team.
Yep.
Um,
That's what I'm just saying. Is his defense that good, or is the Celtics that careless?
Yes, he put the work in, and it is what it is. He put the work in. He put the work in, and I think that you're never going to need him to score points. You're never going to need him to go for 20. It's just about these kids realizing and understanding and embracing their role. The issue with guys when they get drafted in the NBA is that they don't want to be a role player because they get drafted high and they don't understand, like they want like to shine. They want to be, but again, it's understanding when you're drafted for a role or you're placed in a role, be great at your role. And you will eventually be a part of something great. People don't know how to accept that when they're professional athletes. Him understanding and accepting that is what makes him a good player. He knows what he's supposed to do in order to get minutes. And as long as he sticks to that, I mean, I could see him being a productive player. But again, I don't see him ever leaving Golden State just because he fits the culture. And when you're a part of a team and you're winning, why would you want to leave unless you're getting some ridiculous bag, right? I think that all these role players eventually will end up like guys who played for the Spurs. Some of them may get bags, but they'll never be as effective as they are with Golden State. We saw a bunch of players leave San Antonio, get paid, and then never materialize into shit.
I mean, we've been seeing it with the Warriors already.
Right. It's kind of like the Patriots, too. It's like, you know, like when the Patriots would like let a guy go and then he'd go somewhere and suck for a year. They'd cut him. He'd be right back. Like it's kind of like the same type of deal, like in my opinion. It's just understanding your role and Golden State asking their players to not do things. They don't ask their players to do things they aren't capable of doing, which is why they've had success. They've empowered their guys and they've put them all in position to be successful without asking them to do things they're incapable of. That's how you build culture. That's how you continuously win. Not by asking guys like fucking Jason Tatum to be the lead facilitator and get you 30 every fucking night. It'd be great if he had a point guard. It'd be great if somebody could create for him instead of him having to be the initiator on everything. Yep. They got to, yes, they have to be better at that, but they also need a point guard. They get nothing easy. No catch and shoots, no nothing. Everything's 8-9 dribbles. But again, it's understanding culture and understanding fit. Players don't fit sometimes, and you just got to have the right guys that fit. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, Golden State won another one, 4 rings, Steph Curry. Whether you want to put him on Mount Rushmore or whatever fucking mountain you want, the guy's got 4 rings. In the modern era of basketball, he's affected the game more than probably any guy I've ever seen in the last 15 years as far as the way it's played, forcing big men to learn how to shoot, and just basically changing the narrative of positionless basketball, which is something that this Warriors team has been innovative with and have forced their imprint on the way other teams assembled their rosters. That's something you got to give them credit for. The impact of him and this Golden State dynasty on the modern game of basketball is indelible. It's insane.
Do you know who they can thank for it?
Who?
Dirk.
Lord Jesus. Let's get on to baseball, man.
Dirk. He's the one who told you fours can stretch it after Shaq tried to tell you can only play on the inside.
Oh, my God.
I'm right. You can't tell me I'm wrong there. Baseball.
I'm not disagreeing.
Let's get into it. Let's see. 16 games. Phil's day game, doubleheader. They have the Dome. You got the Cubs day game since they're at home. The rest is all at night. So we got anything in the early action, Sosa?
I mean, bro, like you kind of have to roll with the Phillies. Adon is making a spot start after he had been demoted. Now he's back with the major league team.
Because it's a doubleheader day.
So I can't touch a team. I can't touch a team total at 6.5. Like that's so I'm staying off the Phillies game at 6.5 steep. That's a lot. So I'm going to stay off. Don't particularly like the number. I'm gonna
to say you have a 11 sitting on the board in Washington. Usually doesn't happen if you're not in Coors.
Facts. So you know the rules. I'm taking it really light on the baseball slate today. I only have 3 plays. I mean, you can get straight to those games if you like.
No, let's do it.
My first play is in the Houston Astros Chicago White Sox game. I'm going with Houston on the run line at -1.5, +130. The price is right. If it wasn't priced as such at plus money, I like this. I would not be touching it. But the value at +130, you kind of have to take it. Valdez has been solid. They've obviously taken a strong hold on that division. Also, first day since the NBA season, don't really want to overextend myself. I love Houston in this spot. I think they have the better pitcher on the hill, and I think they have asserted themselves as the best team in that division, just like they have the last 5 years.
Yeah, not much to argue against that one, even though you are going against Giolito. It just ain't the same White Sox. I do have a feeling that they're going to pick it up and go on a summer surge at some point because Jose's finally swinging a little bit more consistently. They just really don't have much else in that lineup right now. Giolito, last 3 starts, 6.89 ERA over his 16 innings. So tough to see how the Stros don't cover that one.
Yes, sir. My next play comes in the Los Angeles Dodgers Cleveland Guardians game. And we're going to get the Los Angeles Dodgers team total at 5. We're going to take the over 5 at -102. Kershaw back tonight. Plesac on the mound for the Guardians. The Dodgers are back at the crib after following a day off. I expect the bats to be sharp, and I expect for us to play well. With Clayton Kershaw on the mound, we usually do give him a level of run support that's historic, actually, over his career. So I fully expect the bats to be alive tonight, and I like the over 5 total runs for the Los Angeles Dodgers at -102. Playing the run line tonight has no value at -140. I think there's kind of a distinct expectation as to what we're going to get from the Los Angeles Dodgers tonight.
You ready to get wild?
Pause. Yeah.
O's first half team total over 1.5 -125.
Let's go.
Shane Baz, second start. The O's, they're clicking right now. They're getting 6+ runs in their last 4 games. Not many times that the bats are going to stay this hot. Coming off a 10-2 win. It's just Baz isn't there back right. Second start of the season. Like the O's at home. Don't want to trust them on the money line. Just going to take them on the first half. Team total over -1.5.
Yes, sir. And I obviously, like I said, I only have one other look for today. And it's going to be about as square a play as you could possibly have. We're gonna go
Let me
with
see. Let me see.
we're gonna go with the team that's won 14 straight games to win again.
Afternoon bread.
I'm on the Braves -1.5. Also, Dansby Swanson 2+ total bases at -115. Combine them both. This Braves team is on a roll. They're on an absolute tear. I mean, what else needs to be said? We're being real here. What else needs to be discussed? They're on a 14-game win streak. They've won us bread. Why would we not continue to ride them winning? Yeah, it's simple math at this point.
We got a question from Raph about the Padres and Gore. Mackenzie Gore has a 1.19 ERA in his 4 road starts. However, he just got shelled the last time he faced Colorado at home, gave up those 6 runs. Now he's in Colorado for this one. Coming off 2 clean starts before that for 13 innings, 0 runs. Is it a bounce back start? And then you got Kyle Freeland. You can talk about all the trends that guy has because he's just been pitching forever in Colorado. Any thoughts on that one?
No. They knocked him around at the crib last time, and now you're going to Colorado, which is a fucking launching pad. I'm gonna stay off of it. You're gonna have to show me that you can bounce back before I put my money on you. We haven't seen Gore face any real adversity yet as a pro pitcher. This is the first time he's facing that, and so we're gonna have to just play it by ear and see how this shit goes. To be totally honest with you, I am not staking my I can't stake my flag to Mackenzie Gore, especially given that they're probably going to run with the same lineup that whooped his ass last time. So going to have to stay away from that. Although I have checked this out, and in all of his last 3 starts, his over walks has hit. So if you're getting a number at 1.5, you probably take the over.
3, 3, and 4. You are correct.
So in his last 3 starts, his walks have hit. That tells you that 1, teams are being more patient at the plate against them. 2, his put away stuff isn't looking the same as when he first showed up. So the over walks, you might get it juiced, but I would probably take it, especially against a lineup like Colorado at home. But that would be my only lean in that one. Like I said,
shout out the comments real quick of everyone's plays that they drop. We get Jerry with the White Sox team total.
Will not be betting on the White Sox until Tony La Russa is fired.
Braves Phils.
I'm sorry.
What else do we got? I think that's most of the plays that we had dropped. We had a few more in there. But Sosa, anything else you want to go there? Like Gore under 4.5 Ks. He had 19 in his 13 innings where he didn't give up a run. Only had 3 of the last one. Best of luck there, Nathan.
Parting thoughts. I'm ready for the
getting
NFL.
For lunch? What are you getting for lunch?
I'm ready for the NFL. Oh, don't worry, man. I'll let you get me like Benihana or something. I keep it real basic.
Make sure your stocks are in order before you get a Benihana.
Jesus Christ.
What else? Anything else? It's a Friday.
I'm ready for the NFL, man. We're going to do some NFL spaces very, very soon. Really going to get Sunday morning quarterbacks really like popping again.
On Tuesday night? Question mark?
Looking like Tuesday nights is going to be the night where we start locking in for this NFL stuff coming soon. I really don't got nothing else, man. I mean, let's keep it rolling. It's baseball season. I might have some golf picks for you next week. I might have some.
You're just skipping the U.S. Open picks?
Oh yeah, dog. I really just want Dustin Johnson to win to tell the PGA to eat a dick. Like that would be the ultimate fuck you to the PGA if Dustin Johnson could pull this week off. Like that would be sweet. Also, real quick, fuck Rory McIlroy. I want to throw that out there. Okay.
I have no problem with you saying that.
It's real fucking easy for that dickhead to get on national TV in America where he has become a star because he's not from America, right? He's from Ireland where golf was fucking invented, right? and he's made over $200 million in endorsements. That's why he can talk down on the kids or the people who aren't veterans that joined the Live Tour. How dare you? Like his thoughts reek of privilege and just a lack of depth or understanding. Just because you want to be a fucking puppet for the PGA doesn't give you the right to tell young kids who want to make their own fucking money what they can do. You've made over 200 M's, you dickhead. Like, hello? Don't nobody give a fuck about you passing Greg Norman, whose jockstrap you couldn't even fucking carry in real life, you clown. Fuck Rory McIlroy and fuck the PGA. Y'all are lucky to have Tiger Woods because without him, you don't have a fucking thing to sell. And that's all I got.
Tomorrow, we got MLS action. Don't you worry. We out until then.